So we did one big lot of problems based on quadratic equations, how to solve them, how to find the equation in case the solutions are given or the roots are given, how to apply and form quadratic equations. In many cases, after forming the quadratic equations, how many of them could be done by the elimination processes. All this entire process we have gone through. Now we have another very interesting form of equation, that is cubic equations. Now a cubic equation could be of the form, say, x cube minus x square plus 2x minus 2 is 0. So you have some kind of an equation like this. So you have, this is a cubic equation. You have, because the degree of the equation is 3. In other words, the biggest power to which the variable is raised is 3. Now there are various ways of doing this kind of an equation. We could put in, starting with, say, x is equal to 1. Suppose we take x is equal to 1. Substitute over here. We get 1 cube minus 1 square, that is, and which is 1, and 2 into 1 is 2, and minus 2. So we get 1 minus 1 plus 2 minus 2 is 0. That means when you put x is equal to 1, the value of this whole thing becomes 0. That means x minus 1 is a factor of this. So if x minus 1 is a factor, we can find the other factor by what is called as a synthetic division process. So we write down all the coefficients here, 1, minus 1, 2, minus 2. Since x minus 1 is a factor, we take the opposite of minus 1, that is 1 over here, copy down this 1 as it is. 1 into 1 is 1. Then you add minus 1 plus 1, 0. 1 into 0 is 0. So you get 2. 1 into 2 is 2. And you get minus 2 plus 2, 0. So the second term in this case is going to be x square plus 0x plus 2. Since the power is x cube, you are divided already by x minus 1. So the remaining, the quotient that is left is going to be 1 degree less. So it's going to be x square plus 0x plus 2, that is 2. So that means this whole expression is x minus 1 into x square plus 2. The other option here is, in these two, if you take, you can take x square common and you get x minus 1. In this you can take 2 common and you get x minus 1 is 0. So we get x minus 1 into x square plus 2 is 0. That is a product of two numbers is 0, 2 or 3 numbers is 0. This means that either x minus 1 is 0 or x square plus 2 is 0. If x minus 1 is 0, x has to be 1. If x square plus 2 is 0, x square would be equal to minus 2. Now we cannot solve this case further, because in this case x square will not belong to the set of real numbers, because square of no real number can be negative. Remember what we did in type of numbers and quadratic equations. The moment you square a number, even if the number is negative, on squaring you get positive. So x square is equal to minus 2 is not a real number. So our solution is going to be only x is equal to 1. In short, basically, if you are getting a cubic equation, we need to factorize it into 2 or 3 factors. So when the product of the 3 factors is 0, at a time any one of them could be this equal to 0. And hence we are bound to get 3 solutions or 3 roots. Since the degree is 2, there have to be 3 roots. So this is how we generally solve a cubic equation. Let's see what we have in store. We'll solve a few cubic equations on similar methods and go about doing. Now, for example, you have this kind of a situation. 4x cubed plus 8x squared minus x minus 2. If you observe over here, the coefficient of x square 8 is twice the coefficient of 4. Here also this is twice this. So one way of doing it is take out 4x square common here. When you take 4x square common, you get x, and here it is plus 2. Again, in these two, we can take minus common so that you get x plus 2 common. Whatever is in this bracket, you need to have the same, is equal to 0. Now again, this would mean x plus 2 into 4x square minus 1 is 0. This would mean x plus 2 into 4x square minus 1 is 4x square minus 1 square, which is the same as 2x the whole square minus 1 square. So it's going to be 2x the whole square minus 1 square. And now this will be of the form a square minus b square, that is 2x plus 1 into 2x minus 1 is 0. All this is 0. Now the product of three numbers is 0. So either this is 0 or this is 0 or this is 0. That means x plus 2 is 0. That means x is minus 2. 2x plus 1 is 0. That means x is going to be minus half. 2x minus 1 is 0, which means x is equal to plus half. The solutions are minus 2, half and minus half. You need to solve it this way. The other way is put in arbitrary values of x. So you have, suppose you are taking x as 1, it is not turning out to be 0. Suppose you take x as minus 2. You'll end up getting 4 into minus 2 cube, that is minus 32, and 8 into minus 2 square, that is plus 32, minus x, that is minus of minus x, plus 2, minus 2. So this whole thing turns out to be 0. That means x is equal to minus 2 makes this expression 0. That means x plus 2 is a factor. It is definitely a factor. In that case, we perform synthetic division. We write all the coefficients in descending order, one after the other. 4, 8, minus 1, minus 2. And here you won't write plus 2, you write opposite of plus 2, that is minus 2. Copy down the first one as it is 4, then minus 2 into 4 is minus 8. Add 8 and minus 8, you get 0. Minus 2 into 0 is 0. Add minus 1 and 0, that is minus 1. Minus 2 into minus 1 is, minus 2 into minus 1 is plus 2. And that plus 2 will turn out to be, it becomes 0. Minus 2 plus 2, 0. So that means the first factor is x plus 2 into the next one is 4x square plus 0x minus 1. This is equal to 0. After this, we do it the same way, factorize the same way. So you can use this kind of synthetic division or find out some common factor and do these kind of sums.